My name is Hosein Daneshpour, and I have prepared a 10-minute presentation on a project management topic. The topic that I have chosen is project governance. This topic is an advanced topic in the field of project management. I start with a brief introduction about the traditional project management versus future project management. So what do we expect in future from project management? Then I explain about the sustainability paradigm shift. And then I explained the topic of the project governance and the change pathway toward project governance. I wrap up the discussion with a brief conclusion and future research avenue. For the project management challenges at the moment, the current project management process is based on the iron triangle of project management. So what is iron triangle? At the bottom of the page, you can see there is a triangle consists of four elements of time, cost, scope, and quality. So it means that we are managing the projects at the moment based on these four criteria. And even in the undergraduate study level or institute, we teach the project management based on these four criteria. So I have provided an example. It's a well-known course book. The name of the book is Fundamentals of the Project Management. And this course book has been cited near 1,000 times in the Google Scholar. So there you can see how they have elaborated the concept of the project management based on these four criteria. You can see the chapters of using the WBS to plan a project, scheduling project work, project control and evaluation. So Gantt chart or defining the scale of the time and cost, they are related to these uh, iron triangle. So you can already guess that these criteria cannot fulfill our expectations toward sustainable development, and a more mature approach is required. So in the next slide, I explain what is sustainability. So the concept of the sustainable development was introduced in 1980. Uh, In the Venn diagram that I have prepared, you can see the traditional pillars of the sustainability. They consist of social, economic, and environmental factors. So in order to address sustainability, these three criteria needs to be fulfilled. So you can already see that these new criteria are against the iron triangle that I explained in the previous page. However, the challenge is much further. The research scholars have continuously redefined the concept of the sustainability. So at the moment, I can say, for example, European Union has defined near 100 different variables or dimensions for sustainability. So the question is that which one of these indicators or dimensions are much more important for us? Based on the research that we have done, we could finalize four criteria. They are innovation, or I can call it innovative-based business model, then co-creation with stakeholders, then efficiency improvement, and renewable energy. So you can guess already that some of them are easier, but some of them, such as innovation or co-creation, are very difficult in order to be integrated in the decision-making process. So now I can define the pillars or criteria that needs to be included in order to fulfill the sustainable project management. Now we are interested in long-term orientation. Uh, we need to consider both the current and future generation in the decision making. This approach required a life cycle and systematic thinking approach. And of course, we need to include people, planet, and profit. So we have faced with further complexity, and therefore we need a governance mechanism. So in the next slide, I explain about the concept of the project governance. Project governance, simply speaking, project governance is a more comprehensive framework that can include all those variables that I have explained. And this concept can be determined based on the multi-level and multi-system analysis or concept. So this multi-level concept consists of three levels of macro, meso, and micro level. I need to highlight that the majority of the current researches in the field of sustainability management are fulfilled in a single level, that is organization or company level, and that's why we need a multi-level approach in order to address sustainability in the project management. I have already explained that one of the challenges in the field of sustainable project management is about incorporation of the co-creation in the project management concept. So we expect that this project governance provide us an opportunity or a proper model that facilitate this issue. So how can we move towards project governance? In this page, I have provided a good example. Uh, so the so in 2003, Professor Henry Chesbrough put forward a new paradigm shift in the field of R&D management. I am not going to elaborate the details of this concept at the moment. However, there are two figures that you can compare them. On the left-hand side, you can see a company that has closed boundaries, so therefore they cannot interact with external environment. However, on the right-hand side, there is an example of a company that has open boundaries and they can better and easily contribute and collaborate with external environment. So unfortunately, the majority of the procedures in the company at the moment are based on the closed model. So Henry Chesbrough gradually could develop the concept of the open innovation, and then he put forward the open innovation as a business model, and this is what is important for us. So open innovation business model technically can facilitate the stakeholder and change management for us in the project management concept, and it can help us to achieve sustainability in project management. I need to highlight that the traditional project management approach is based on the closed model, unfortunately. And as long as the organization of the project management is based on the closed model, successful integration of the sustainability in project is not possible, or it cannot provide competitive advantages for us. So in order to wrap up the discussion, the concept of the project governance can be determined and formulated based on the multi-level concept. I have provided an example about open innovation and how it can facilitate shifting toward project governance. Meanwhile, I need to highlight that project management is technically dealing with real-life problems, and therefore we need a rigorous methodology, and that methodology is mixed methodology. So simply speaking, mixed methodology is about combination of both qualitative and quantitative approaches in our research. Thank you very much for your attention.